2026 has started for every single day.
Do 1 minute every hour is all I need.
You are watching the
Per hour
blogs. Good morning, it's Alex Love, and you're watching the Per Hour blogs. In today, I'm gonna pick up where I left off yesterday with the idea of me wanting to start looking into finally getting to the projects that I had installed or that I had planned to implement throughout this channel. I did mention that the purpose of this channel was so that I can have a avenue, I can have a platform in where I can showcase these projects that I've been wanting to create. So now that I have a platform, now I can show the process, the beginning, the inception, the creation of these projects. And that's what this channel is going to capture a lot. Yes, it's going to capture my goals for the year, but one of those goals is to work on my businesses. So throughout those businesses is that the projects that I want to create this year are going to be tied into. So yes, it's technically still part of my YouTube channel for the 4 goals that I set up myself, because it's part of the business side. And you get to witness that, as well as my faith, as well as my fitness, as well as my family journey or my fatherhood, right? As well as like my financial freedom creation. And this is part of that financial freedom creation, right? These projects that I have, so I'm a creative individual, and I would like nothing but to create items, create things, right? And through creation, the thing is I want to create things that you can own. I want to create stuff that you can have. Doesn't that sound pretty cool? Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you next hour. I have spent some time thinking about the project, right? And how do I even introduce it? How do I even get it in motion, right? Because it doesn't exist. It's nowhere right now. It's only within this pages, and it's only within this head, like right here in my mind, right? So the idea is very connected to my channel, my YouTube channel, right? Specifically the trailer video. Utilizing the trailer video, you will get the information about my channel, right? Here's what the channel is about. Here's what you are to expect. And then at the end, there will be a special call to action or a special gift that I'm offering you in return of a follow, right? Or in return of subscribing, right? So that leads, because that trailer will only be seen by people who are not subscribed. Right? That's the cool thing. It's already integrated to YouTube that people who are not subscribed get to see that trailer, right? Like, hey, look at this. And then at the end, they go like, hey, if you subscribe, you get a gift, right? Get them in the door a little bit like, ooh, oh man, I want that free gift, right? Who doesn't? And then YouTube also, in their system already, when you subscribe, for subscribers, they get a second video. They get access to the second video. In the second video is going to be the rest of the explanation on how to get your free gift, right? And obviously start getting you into the system of like accessing my products technically, or accessing the things that I create, right? So stay tuned for that, right? Isn't this interesting? A little bit, right? All right, let's go. I was brainstorming in continuation when it comes to all the advice I've gotten from all the social media gurus or YouTube gurus, or people who've done this longer than I have, right? Your Gary V's, your Alex Hermosis, your Mr. Beast, or insert any YouTuber or social media business person that's made it in the world, right? Contemplating their advice that they've given, right? So that advice is to give so much value. Give. And when you think you've given enough, give even more. So that's the step in where I am, right? By creating this YouTube channel, creating these blogs, I'm creating free content, free tips for business owners, free tips for first-time dads, first tips for artists and creative individuals who are trying to blog, right? And then free content for people that want to do all that stuff and remain in their faith, right? So it's free content for all those aspects. Fitness, like I'm in the fitness journey. Like, hey, here's the journey. Here's an inspiration, free, right? And then the next step is I'm about to work into that, like another area, and where, guess what? It's free. It's this free gift that I'm working up to give you. Like, and this is the concept of like Gary's B is the jab, hook, right? Because at one point I am going to ask for certain things, and that is to support, right? Support the channel, support the individual who's giving you free content, right? And that will be in the form of like subscribing, commenting, sharing the videos, right? Something like, and then eventually it will be like, hey, there's this product, I have this item, I'm creating this item, would you want to buy it, right? Type of thing. So it's working up to be, to reach that. But for right now, we're in the part where you get to have free stuff from me. So take advantage. Be the first grabbers. It's the channel is in the inception. So take advantage of that. There's a lot of free stuff coming up. And another note, the ice seems to not want to leave. Instead, it's created a slippery surface. No snow. There's minimal snow, actually. There is some loose snow, but overall, it's just the surface is very icy. And like, since the sun comes out and it kind of melts a little bit, right? Yeah. And then it freezes over once the sun leaves. So it creates an ice ring. I wonder if we can go ice skating. Hello. Hey, little Katrina. What do you think, Katrina? You want to say some words? Sorry, some meows? She likes being here in the window because it's like beautiful up here. Uh-oh, there's another one. Come here. Come here, boy. No? He doesn't want to get up. But let's carry on with the day. We got to work on those projects, all right? Or that one project that I mentioned. And was highly motivated this morning, and now I gotta get to working. The one barrier right now that prevents me from starting those projects, though, because what I said earlier this day was considering that everything was going to flow perfectly, right? And throughout the progression. The only thing is that I didn't account for my machine, my F2100, to have some complications. So right now, the priority to getting the ball rolling on that project that I mentioned before is to get this machine up and running, okay? To find out what is the thing making it not work properly, and from there move on to the project, like, because this machine right now is preventing me from moving on the orders that I have. I haven't shown you that part of the DTF part because this machine was not up to par. So that is my main focus right now. So I'm gonna spend the next hour trying to fix it. I think I found the root of this problem, but I'm still not 100% sure of what it could be. Right? But this is the part that is in question, right? So this is called the suction cup cap. And what it does, this is what prevents the print heads to dry up, right? So for whatever reason, it was not sealing completely on the white ones. Hence the drying up of them. Okay, so I already took it out, I cleaned it up, I checked out that I installed it properly, and so far there is no issue with this, okay? There's no issue. And so I am having to continue the troubleshooting and trying to find out. And I'm using this little gadget. I've always kept this, and it allows me to look into the machine. But I'm going to carry on, all right? While digging a bit more on the problem of the suction cups, I found that there is another little section that was giving me problem. And let me use the powerful. Oh yeah, I switched to this one so I can have both hands available. But here's what I want you to look at, okay? So in that area, right? In that area, there is this black ink that was spilling and was getting in my machinery. So I need to address that issue because, number one, I need to clean it, right? And number two, I need to address why is this happening, right? So yeah, apparently my black has been draining, right? Because this one was like a new pack. Yeah, this one was a new pack, and I had just gotten it not too long ago and installed it. So then the question is, why is it dripping? Why is that dripping into the machine? And I am addressing. Well, first of all, I'm cleaning. Right, I have my supplies here, and I'm cleaning that section. Right. So I'm gonna be busy than ever. So let's continue. It's the white ones. They're the ones who are not cooperating. This one's okay. This one's not. This is like 70% good. This is 100% bad, and this one's 100% bad. What's going on? I've already done 3 cycles of cleaning. I've already done several types of cleaning, manual cleaning. I cleaned up. This black one seems to be draining out. I also noticed that, which is crazy. There's no issue here. Then there's yellow, then there's white, then there's magenta, and then there's cyan. But overall, I still can't figure it out. I'm gonna have to do that Windex hack and leave it overnight to unclog. But I need to go get material. But the thing is, the streets right now are not good. They're iced, so it's not that simple. Okay. All right. It leaves me no choice but to move on. But let me just do a final nozzle check so you can see what the status is on this print head test, right? And then after this test, I'm going to move on and explain to you what I'm gonna do next, right? It's kind of like a situational where like it's okay if you can't like unclog it, then if you can't unclog it by cleaning it, then let's overload it. Let's send it so much that like it's gonna the clogged sprayers is gonna have to the clogged heads are going to be pressured onto spraying, and they're clogged, so they're not gonna do it. But I'm gonna still send a file where it's going to print. For example, I'm going to send this file and have it see. I'm gonna see if it prints first of all, right? And if it doesn't, then I'll just cancel it on the moment. But at this point, I'm just trying things out, and I'm waiting to not do the Windex hack because it's I have to leave it overnight and maybe for 2 days. But I don't want to do that. Well, so far it's looking pretty good. It's printing well, right? It's not that bad, at least from my opinion. But I can't completely say if it's good or not. So I'm gonna have to wait for it, and I'll see I'm gonna have to do another test right afterwards. I couldn't figure it out. I left it on that print out. It was gonna take a while, and then I came over here to take care of my little baby, just to get a little bit distressed and to relax and kind of like to let some time pass. Maybe I can figure something out right after. The final outcome was that sending those two prints onto the machine like that, it was just going to print without those print heads working. So it did exactly what it should, which was sending it and just using technically one of the heads working, which did half of the work, or the results were not 100% but 50%, if that makes sense. So this, if I can show you here, this should be thicker. I know you might not be able to tell, but I can tell because that is not that much of a good quality. Those need to be like thicker and more filled out. It's like a half tone if I was to explain it that way. So it didn't work. Answer is it didn't work. So I'm going to have to use or do the Windex hack, which that's a whole nother thing. I wanted to come outside and finalize today's video with this beautiful scenery, because at the end of the day, whether I had a good morning and then highly motivated and then coming to the end to a problem with the printer, at the end of the day, it's about doing a little bit of progress. If there was major progress done today, then it would have been like a successful day and I would have been really happy. But then I would have to end the day and then go to sleep and then wake up tomorrow and pick up where I left off. And then even if I had like a day like today where it's highly motivated in the morning and then come to like a moment of struggle and then can't figure it out and can't move forward until I fix that machine, then it's kind of like, it's a little bit frustrating, to be honest. But at the end of the day, I finish the day, go to sleep, and then wake up tomorrow and pick up where I left off and get another chance to try again. Right? And then the obvious thing here is like, just don't quit. Continue going forward. Even if you run into obstacles, keep on trying, because unless you give up, you always have a chance to succeed and to make it in life. So the motto here is just, I'm gonna take today as the last when it comes to the machine, but I'm gonna keep my head up and I'm gonna look forward to fixing it. And I already made a plan to fixing it, so I just gotta execute it tomorrow. So with that said, this is all for today. I'm gonna finish off today with this and just continue looking at that beautiful sunset. It looks so cool. It looks so beautiful, and it just makes me appreciate being alive, which is the important, and giving God thanks for another day of life. Even though there were struggles, but there's a lot of things that I learned, and we can plan accordingly to move forward from this and prevent these things to happen in the future, but continue going forward, definitely. And with that, I finished this video. Thank you for watching another Per Hour Blogs. I'm Alex Love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.